change that unsettles business owners and means they have to rely on their bookkeepers to just translate any changes and make sense of the legislation. That means that bookkeepers are more in demand than ever. There are a couple of things that have been shaping the bookkeeping industry in recent years, namely technology and also legislation. So what we're finding with tech is that it has radically transformed most people's jobs, but very much so it's true for bookkeepers. So because bookkeepers are dealing with transactions, and they have huge numbers potentially of incomings and outgoings of businesses, their work is very much optimized when you use the right technology. And the great thing about being a bookkeeper is there is so much accounting software specifically for bookkeepers to help them do their jobs better, faster, and more accurately. So it's that high volume of work that can really be improved with the use of technology. And what we find at ICB is that bookkeepers are really pivotal to driving the innovation in bookkeeping technology because they're using the software day to day. Software companies really value the voice of the bookkeeper, telling them how to improve their product, where they should direct their resources in the future. And we really love to facilitate that at ICB by bringing technology companies and bookkeepers together so we can build better products. Now, one of the other factors, of course, is legislation. So I'm thinking mostly about making tax digital, which is HMRC's campaign to digitize the tax administration here in the UK. And what that really means is, when you think that we've actually been doing digital tax for some time, what it really means is a change to bookkeeping. So starting in April next year, nearly 1 million sole traders and landlords are going to have to start doing digital bookkeeping, and they're going to have to prove it to HMRC by sending in quarterly submissions. So let's think about that. Sole traders and landlords having to, every 3 months, send evidence that they've been doing their digital bookkeeping. That is a huge opportunity for bookkeepers. So it's things like legislation changes. Last year we had a budget that really set employers' minds racing. There was not 1, not 2, but 3 changes to national insurance contributions. And it's that kind of change that unsettles business owners and means they have to rely on their bookkeepers to just translate any changes and make sense of the legislation. So all of that means that bookkeepers are more in demand than ever. There's a lot of new technology coming down the line, and we've got more AI than anybody really understands. But bookkeepers don't need to be threatened. In fact, I would say that bookkeepers are really important in making sure that the AI is built for their needs. So really good bookkeepers are great at shaping the future of technology. Now, most business owners probably are getting overwhelmed by the amount of new technology that's being pinged up in their feeds, and it's the bookkeeper that can just help to make sense of that technology and use that technology for the best use of the business. Now, when you think about the amount that bookkeeping has changed in the last 10 years, bringing all or most accounting into the cloud, making sure that that complies with the needs of HMRC and other government regulations, it's the bookkeeper that's actually fundamental in driving digital adoption among small businesses. So bookkeepers have got a really vital role, I think, in shaping the future of technology so that it's used ethically and responsibly, but also in helping small businesses make the changes they need to comply with legislation like making tax digital. Bookkeepers really need to lean in on the ways they differ from once-a-year accounting professionals. Now, bookkeepers are really good at being there day in, day out to support businesses to succeed. They understand everything about the business because they're working at a transactional level. They see everything that comes in and everything that goes out. They're making sure people get paid. They're making sure that all the invoices are being dealt with appropriately. So they're really pivotal to the success of businesses. And bookkeepers need to understand that that is something that is hugely valued by businesses. I think in the past, what we've been dealing with is a sector which has perhaps not understood its own value. And now what we're seeing with changes like making tax digital, making a legal imperative for businesses to do their bookkeeping. We've got everything we need to make sure that all businesses, when they start up, choose a bookkeeper first as the most important professional. One of the things we do at ICB is bring bookkeepers together with software. So we run a range of different events throughout the year to make sure that bookkeepers understand all the new developments that are going to make their lives easier. And we also have a tech advisory council that is actively involved in bringing the bookkeeper's opinion and the bookkeeper's hard work and making sure that their voice is heard at the highest levels of government and also within software development companies. We think that's really important because at the end of the day, there's no point in building software unless it's going to be helping the people that use it most. So that's really important to us at ICB. And what we do like to do is recognize software that bookkeepers love. So at our annual event, the Lucre Awards, we not only recognise the amazing work of bookkeepers, we also give recognition to the software that bookkeepers love most. So through the Lucre Awards and through our accreditation schemes for good accounting software, we're able to give bookkeepers lots of information about the type of software that they should be using within their business. And in fact, it's really the bookkeeper's opinion that matters most. So we love to have our own bookkeepers doing case studies and demonstrations of great software. And we do that all throughout the year in webinars and in-person events. So that any bookkeeper, no matter where they are in their business, whether they're just starting out or they're thinking of transitioning to new software, they've got all the resources they need to make a really informed decision. Bookkeeping is the future. Now, of course, we've had bookkeeping for centuries, ever since people were trading goods and services. And it's incredible to think that bookkeeping has sustained its massively important role throughout all of history. Now, that is not going to change anytime soon. What's really exciting is that bookkeepers have the opportunity to use incredible technology to make their job easier and more accurate. And what that enables bookkeepers to do is really sit back and think, how do I want my career to progress? What kind of job would I like? What kind of business do I want to run? And also to pick and choose the people that they work for. So bookkeepers already have a very flexible career in front of them. They can be employed by businesses, whether full-time or part-time. They can work in an accounting or a bookkeeping firm, or they can run their own business. So it's already a really flexible career, and that is ever more enabled by incredible technology. So if you've got the technical skills as well as the technology skills, you can combine that with the all-important soft skills as well. Bookkeepers are renowned for making sense of complex legislation and scary things like HMRC penalties. And what's really important, I think, for bookkeepers to remember is you can be the smartest, most informed bookkeeper in the land, but unless you're able to communicate with clients and business owners, you will not be competitive in the future. So being able to provide great bookkeeping is a wonderful thing, no matter what you want to do with your career. And once you're involved in the bookkeeping, you then have the opportunity to build a career that you want. Because bookkeepers are working at a transactional level, they're seeing everything that's going in and out of a business, they can use that important position to offer extended services to businesses. What we're seeing at ICB is lots of bookkeepers using their foundation in bookkeeping to build a career that enables them to advise businesses on a higher level. So what we're starting to see is bookkeepers becoming a CFO or even a financial director for businesses. That's something you can do when you're employed in a business, or you might even offer that virtually or on a contract basis as well. So because bookkeeping is so essential to getting stuff done in the business, keeping the money moving and keeping business owners informed, you can take that technical skill and add on to that the ability to advise businesses and help them make the decisions they need to grow.
Hi there, and thank you for watching the video. If you're new here and passionate about everything accounting, then don't forget to subscribe and give us a follow. We're proud to deliver the best standard of support to our students. We have bespoke study materials, exclusive AAT unit videos, award-winning tutors, and so much more. Make sure to follow us on our social platforms to stay up to date with what we're working on. Thank you.